Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new installment of AV Veterans Talk. I'm your host, Bob Alvis, and this week we're talking with Bobby Breech, United States Navy veteran and past American Legion Post commander. Hey, good morning, Bobby. How are you doing today?
Good. How you doing, Bob?
I haven't seen you in a long time, have you? Have I? Yeah,
No, it's been a while.
it has been. You are post 348, correct?
Correct.
All right. You are American Legion, which I'm a member of your post. And
Yes, you are.
nicely told me and stuff. My dues are due.
Yes.
Exactly. So I want to make sure I got that on the record to let everybody know and stuff. I'm aware of that. So
Okay, good.
it's all good. So you've been around the Valley here for a long time and very tied into the veterans community, veterans activities that go on around here. You're a United States Navy veteran yourself. What time periods did you serve?
I was there from 73, active from 73 to 75.
73,
And I did reserves for
You did-
about 5, 6 years.
5, 6 years. Where did you grow up at?
Shadow Hills, California.
Down the valley?
Which is Shadow Hills, Sunland, Tahunga,
Gosh.
Sun Valley,
Mm-hmm.
right just south of Hanson Dam,
Yeah,
by
exactly.
the golf course.
Yeah, and it's amazing that once again, another guy that grew up here in Southern California. It seems like all my guys I interview and stuff, we seem to be just, I guess we're the only ones, stubborn enough just to stay here.
From one valley to the other.
Exactly, Jared. So going down there, you went to high school. Sounds like you graduated about the same time I did. When did you get out of high school?
72.
72. And how'd you end up in the Navy? I mean, was it a calling? Was it a family thing, or was it like you wanted to get out of trouble? You wanted to get out of Dodge?
To be very honest with you, I was in a band forever,
Mhm.
and they just started not doing anything. And
Yeah.
I said, well, you know what? I'm going to go into service and go see the world a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to join the Air Force, and my grandfather was a retired lieutenant colonel.
Mhm.
And he said, no, you're not.
Mhm.
He goes, if you're going to see the world, you're going to join the Navy.
Right.
He goes, because your luck, you'll get in the Air Force and be at Edwards Air Force Base your whole life.
Yeah.
So what happens? I go into the Navy and I go all the way around the world
Yeah.
and see like 8 or 9 different foreign countries.
Mhm.
And I move out right next to Edwards Air Force Base.
Of course, that's the way it works. It's kind of like me in the Air Force. That lieutenant colonel knew what he was talking about because me being born and raised here in the Antelope Valley
Right.
and raised there, I joined the Air Force, want to see the world, right? And so I get stationed in Victorville, California. So, and that's about as far as I ever made it, except out to Cuddy Back Gunnery Range, which could have been a third world country out there.
Yeah.
But, that's just kind of the military thing, The whole block before me went to Korea, in my AFSC, my specialty code.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden I got my orders and I looked at that and I saw Victorville, George Air Force Base. What the heck is that?
where's that?
So, yeah, where the heck is that? No stuff, and I said, well, I guess I'm coming home. It's all good, But that's the way it kind of goes in the military. And the Navy, what was your job classification when you were in the Navy?
I was damage control hull technician.
Mm-hmm.
They changed it from World War I and II and
Yeah.
whatever and that. So I was basically I guess you could call me the plumber and the firefighter of the ship.
Yeah,
Because when the galley, that's one thing we did eat good.
yeah, oh yeah.
We because the galley would back up, and hey, we're sitting in the carpenter shop. They come in and say, "I got a thing. You got to hose it out." So
Yeah.
we get the fire hose out there and we
Yeah,
clean it out. And if we're docked,
Mm-hmm.
don't be walking right next to that little porthole out the side. You'll get wet, on the thing. So
that's gonna be nasty
It
stuff.
was,
Yeah, yeah.
it was fun. But we worked with all of the pumps in case, like if we were in a war situation and we hit a torpedo on the side, we'd have to shore up the ship so it
Yeah.
wouldn't
Sink and stuff like that.
sink and
Damage
stuff like
control.
that. So
Yeah,
basically,
okay.
damage control.
So, anyway, that's the deal. So I guess we should get a little bit into your time period there and stuff. And I'm thinking we're going to take a break here, okay? And we come back. We'll talk about your deployment over there to Vietnam in 73. 73, right?
Actually, 75.
About 75, because that's when, yeah, exactly. So we'll work that timeline, and we'll come back and we'll discuss that a little bit. So we'll be right back here in a moment with Bobby Breech. Okay. I'm Bob Alvis, and thanks for joining us for this segment of AV Veterans Talk.